You guys all are good friends with a young woman in her early 30s, Celeste, similar age to all of you. You guys gather, you know, semi-regularly. Usually one of you is hosting dinner. But this time, it's Celeste's turn. You know a good bit about her. Her parents died a few years back in a plane crash during a tour of the Costa Rican jungles. And she inherited quite a bit of money. She so far managed to get by without the need to hold down a steady job. You guys know that as much. But you guys might suspect that her cash flow may be ebbing. She's barely mentioned that she usually does a lot of travel or donations to sketchy non-profits, involvement in like fly-by-night social projects at the last few meetups. But this time it is her turn to host. And so you guys all arrive at Celeste's little place. You guys are sitting there. It's maybe, I'm gonna say, morning. Morning light streams in the kitchen window through gauzy white curtains that sway gently in the breeze. In the center of a table, a small plant peeks out of a cracked, pale green plastic flower pot. A handful of bright green shoots have sprouted from its branches. You guys are all coming in the door, and you note that there's a kind of ambiance playing of like kind of nature, forest sounds. Welcome, everybody. It's so good to see all of you. She greets you all individually. Ciara, Jennifer. She kind of gives each of you guys a big hug, and then Ralph, she's like, and Ralphie, it's been so long. And she gives you a hug and peck on the cheek. And obviously she greets Michael, but you guys, you notice that, all around there are tribal objects from, various cultures around the world, including, like, African wood carvings, representing fertility, to Native American dream catchers, and magnetic stones, and then bookshelves on all sorts of, things like aligning, like proper chakra alignment, and acupuncture manuals, and chiropractics, that sort of stuff. Come, I've made us all a nice meal. Actually, that should have been, sunset. It's actually, it's dinner. My bad. But yeah, same deal. That's something they need to fix in the revised version of this when they make the more edits before they print. That's kind of what we're doing.
Decor, huh?
Yeah,
Looks like you stole this off my grandma's mantelpiece.
Oh.
I point out some African wood carvings.
Oh, these are my favorite. These come from Mali. They signify fertility and nature and being one with natural energies and the environment around you, being attuned to your own biorhythms, Like, they just really speak to me.
Hey, right. Celeste, you're looking good. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, Ralphie. It's been a while. I hope everything's going well with all of you guys. Come, let's sit. I've made a nice dinner for everybody. It's all vegetarian. You guys all know that that Celeste is a vegetarian. You're all around a solid wood table. So what do you do? What do you say?
Well,
Let's eat some carrots.
Yeah, like there's steamed carrots, like veggie burgers, like that sort of thing.
yeah. Jennifer's gonna look behind her and go, "Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you still have Speaks with Water on the walls.
Oh, of course,
Oh, that was one of my favorite pieces."
of course. I just love good art. It's so important to human expression, you know?
It means so much to me that you still have some of my paintings up.
Of course, they symbolize our friendship. I would never take that away. I would never take that down. We've been friends for years.
Oh wow, you painted that? That's actually pretty nice.
Oh, yes. Well, not painted exactly, but I mean,
Oh no. Oh no.
it's an art print, but I did create all of it. It's computer art.
Are you saying that you're a prompter?
No.
Okay.
No, it's actually computer drawn, not hand painted.
Okay, yeah, so it's it's digital art.
You take a closer look at it, and it's an art print, not a physical painting.
Okay, yeah. For a second, I thought you were implying that.
No.
Sorry, that.
Mid-journey.
Yep. You see that the river has 6 fingers. Anyways, so of course, I want to uplift all of my friends and make sure that, because I want to, keep a little part of everybody who's close to me, because it's important that we are in tune with each other and with ourselves.
Are you eating enough? I mean, you gotta eat more than just carrots.
Oh, Ralphie, you're such a... You're so silly. She kind of giggles, and she grabs like a veggie burger and kind of, she takes a bite and she's kind of, like, just eating normally. Though, this place looks a little bit less lavish than you remember the last time you were here.
How long would it have been since most of us had seen Celeste?
I'll let you decide.
Based on everything so far, I'm gonna say it's probably been about 2 months.
Yeah, so maybe not too much, but, like, just a little bit. Like, you've definitely noticed over, like, the past, like, the past maybe the last few meetups, so, like, maybe over the past, like, 6 to 8 months. Because, like, you're used to
Still doing yoga? I haven't seen you come to class in a few weeks.
Oh, I've been doing a lot of stuff at home, and I've actually been I've been helping. I've actually been getting started. Don't let me. Well, it's a little bit of a secret, but you guys are my best friends. I'm actually. I mean, as you guys know, I was working as a clerk at a green coffee shop for about a year, quite a few months ago. And I would print out flyers for, my friends' businesses and, on the sly and leave them in, places just to help my friends out. And, well, my boss, he was such a cretin. He couldn't care less about our biorhythms. Like, why he'd even want me to come in if he knew I was going to be useless that day, I have no idea. Would it be easier to make your employees' moods into account when you're planning the shifts? But, according to my friend Benita, she's really my closest friend these days, a bunch of people found their way to her herbalist shop thanks to the flyers I printed out for her, so little by little, word got out. You know, we're all like tree branches, looking for space to spread out and support those who want to walk further. I think I still have fun around here somewhere. Look at how nicely they came out. And she shows you a nice little kind of poster. It's like nice, you know, if basic kind of graphic design that.
Did he really get that mad at you for printing out flyers?
I don't know what his problem was. He didn't care about anything. He was just an old fool. But the flyer says El Patio de Bonita Herbalist Shop, and then a little address. But that's not a problem, because I'm actually going to be starting my own business now. I'm going to call it the Old Wine Shop. I mean, my parents left me a trust fund for college, right? But the lawyers would only let me use it for school. So I enrolled in a philosophy program to get them to release the funds. She covers her mouth, and I've already spent $1,500 to cover the startup costs. The paperwork should come through in just a couple weeks, and then I'll start printing the advertising, though. Although not where I used to work, obviously. I've already signed a pre-contract with a supplier up in Maine. You guys might have heard of them, Neville Wineries. I wrote it down in my manifestation journal. She holds up a small notebook with sky blue covers dotted with red flowers. The pages have a decorative floral border at the bottom. You know, everything I write in here ends up happening. Maybe not right away, but sooner or later it comes true. It's all about channeling positive energy and good vibes.
Okay, but a business doesn't run on good vibes. Have you ever run a business?
I'll learn. I mean, how hard can it really be?
I mean,
maybe you should put some of that money into, like, you know, a business degree or something.
Oh, those colleges, they're all just businesses. They're business college. They're always just a scam. Like, they just want to take advantage of you, take your money, and give you a little piece of paper. What does that all matter to me? That's just more time to keep me away from my dream.
I mean, I can't say much, but, you know, I know running a business is hard. You know, I didn't really do the school thing that well either, but it's just something to think about, you know. Be careful. You don't want to run out of money, get in debt.
Oh, don't worry about me, Ralphie. She kind of pats you on the head, but how's everybody else doing? Like, how's your, like, Ralph, how's your job how's your mechanic shop going?
Well, I mean, it's a job. I mean, it's really refreshing to be around you guys because the guys I work with, yeah, it's like their personality was formed by talk radio.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
yeah, they're all at least 10 years older than me, and I don't even know if they know how to shower. You know, working on diesel is not clean, but, you know, it's a little bit of work. But you can get clean.
Yeah, and
They don't seem to care.
Yeah, and those people are the ones who talk about destroying nature. Like, that's why they're the way they are. They're just so out of touch. Like, they're so misaligned. Their natural vibrational energies are so at odds with the world around them.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It's something for sure.
Yeah. What about you, Ciara? How's school going?
It's going. I'm working on my thesis right now for political science.
Oh, you're gonna be a big
Actually-
shot, huh? She says, positively, like, well, yeah, go on.
Just trying to make a difference.
That's all that
Honestly,
anything's
it's
gonna...
not all that great though. This job I've had at the library, it's really starting to push my patience. I'm telling you, this branch manager has an in for me here.
Huh.
It's like he can't delegate any work. That Mr. Wilcock is a real son of a bitch.
God damn it. God damn it.
Ralph Snickers.
Yep.
Would you believe that this man's name is Harry Wilcock?
Ralph was covering his mouth at this point, like trying to seem cool.
Yep.
Jennifer's just
And I tell you,
lightly.
Yeah.
one of these days I'm gonna use his ass as a library book return.
Oh, wouldn't that be something? Just giving it back to those people who are just so... just ignorant and just not caring about those around them. If
Yeah,
I
I'm
weren't
just trying
so
to
good...
catch a break.
Well, if I could make a suggestion, maybe you should get a manifestation journal like the one I have. She kind of points to the one she showed you earlier. If you just channel your positive energy and really put your good vibes into whatever you're writing, sooner or later, like, everything will, like, it will come true. It's just...
Well, what I really need is a good story. I'm trying to focus on finding out how the myths and legends of small towns influences their politics. So if I can just find some kind of lead about maybe some hidden history of a town or a culture that could really get my thesis going.
Oh wow, that actually sounds really fascinating. I'd love to hear how that like keep me in the loop on that. I really would be fascinated. What about you, Jennifer? How's graphic design? Got any big contracts?
Oh, it's been fantastic. Oh, just the work is flowing in at a steady rate. Not too much to be too overwhelming.
That's good.
I've had some great success with a very successful series recently.
Oh wow, that's really good to hear.
I mean, it keeps me busy. Just maybe a little bit more busy than I'd like, but you can't complain.
Of course. And then she asks Michael about, his production business, and he answers, and then she kind of puts her manifestation journal on the table. So what about everybody's dreams and aspirations? Like, what have you put metaphorically in your manifestation journals?
Well, if my TikTok likes count as a manifestation journal, I've been watching a bunch of those homestead guys. They move out in the middle of nowhere and just like start a farm and just kind of like live off the grid.
That's so beautiful. It's like
I bet you would like that too,
Yes.
like nature and stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's a balance of life force. You eat naturally from the land. You respect all life forms.
I mean, I know it's got to be more complicated than they make it look, but sometimes I just want to get out of here and do something like that.
That would be so wonderful, just imagining. With the power of positive thinking and positive energy, you can really make things happen. Ciara, Jennifer, what about you guys?
No, again, I can't complain too much, although work can be a bit hectic at times. I wish I had a bit more time for my own art. But that's no issue. Gotta keep soldiering on.
Yeah. Ciara?
I want to get through this degree and then, who knows, maybe get picked up by a law firm, some kind of, or some kind of political group like the ACLU or NAACP.
Oh, wow.
You know, I'm the first college graduate in my family, and I intend to make a name for myself and my family.
That's beautiful, all of you.
Just anywhere where I can get politically involved in fighting the good fight.
That's good. It's important to be able to get your positive energy and vibes out there and to combat those people who are just bringing bad energy out into the world.
Someone's gotta stop the hairy Wilcox of the world.
Exactly.
Hey.
You gotta be a Boffides,
You're
not
just gonna
a
hear
Wilcock.
Jennifer snicker
Gotta be a Boffides.
every time she hears.
Gotta be a Boffides, not a Wilcock. So, are any of you gonna ask about Celeste's goals or dreams?
So they're growing grapes in Maine now?
Apparently, like I said, the power of understanding the balance of life force and positive thinking. I bet Neville has a manifestation journal too. And
So-
they don't use any of that nasty chemical stuff. Like, they use only all natural fertilizers and
Maybe it's so cold up there, the
I
bugs
guess.
don't get on the grapes.
All natural chemicals.
it's all natural, you know? Like, nothing that's natural can be bad for you.
So, what else? What kind of things do you put in that journal? You said they all, like some kind of way they come true.
Yeah, I mean, like, my friend Benita, I wrote, I wanted her to get a little, more feet in the door, and, so, like, through my manifestations, through, my actions, and through my positive energy and channeling that, Benita's had, a lot more, feet in the door, as I was saying earlier. But, I mean, I don't know how the poor thing puts up with me. Every time I have a problem, I go over to her place. Even when I know she's not home, just being there calms me down.
I mean, maybe she's just working really hard too. I mean, not to say that the positive vibes didn't help, but I mean, it's kind of interesting what you're saying about the journal.
Yeah, there is one thing I haven't written down yet, but because I don't exactly know how I want to make it happen, and I don't want to waste positive energy on something before I know what form it should take.
Yeah, well, that's true. You should know what you want.
Yeah, and, well, one of our purposes in this world is to pave the way for those who come after us. Every generation of humanity should be better than the last. We have to leave the bad behind and focus on the good so the species can evolve. When you think about it, we started out as mere bacteria, and now look at everything we can do as a species. She kind of gestures broadly, So, I want to be a part of that. And hopefully, my son or daughter will be better than I am. It's just a pity that, as they say, for someone to be born, someone has to die. But that's just mortality. We have to maintain the balance of nature. And preparing for when it's our turn is part of the process of life, too.
Well, hopefully not anytime soon.
Oh, of course, hopefully not. But it's just an eventuality we all have to, make peace with sometime or another. And so, doing what we can while we're in this life to make the world a better place for those who come after is the responsibility of each and every one of us.
I mean, I guess I came to terms with that too. I wasn't in combat or anything, but when you're sitting around on deployment, you end up thinking about these things.
Of course, it's amazing that you were out there and you put your life in harm's way at all. But just that said, if anything should ever happen to me, or if your partners ever throw you out, which seems more likely, all things considered, she kind of giggles and gives you a little wry smirk. There's a key to the apartment in the entrance hall, under the big flower pot beneath the window at the back. You also notice that she's bound up her hair in a bee-patterned skirt that she only puts on for special occasions.
Well, if I ever go postal and quit my job in a fit of rage, I guess I'll know where it runs.
Oh, well, as long as you keep that positive energy and you'll manifest whatever you need to.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Yep, aren't we all? So... Hey, it'd be fun?
What?
Let's go play a game. I have this, follow me.
Tell me it's not charades.
Oh, no. So she, leads you up to her loft. It's pretty messy, as you can see.
Jennifer sees this and her eyes just start twitching slightly.
Alexa, she just says, Alexa, turn off the light, just set the mood. She clears off a bit of space on the table and think about what the most important thing is in your lives, or what you wish were most important. And I'm just gonna go grab something. Oh, sorry, what?
Ralph is unfazed. I mean, this looks totally normal to him.
Reminds me of freshman dorm.
So, yeah, she goes off, and she returns with, as you guys are kind of thinking about what this is, she returns with a stack of Thai restaurant menus and a handful of pens, which she places on the table. Let's make some more room, she says. She ceremoniously moves the 4 lit candles from their spot at the center of the table to the corners. I couldn't find any paper, so just use a piece of one of these menus. The delivery guy is a total slacker. He stuffs them in our mailboxes by the dozen. Now, all of you can message me or put in Discord or something what you write on the note or on the paper. And
She said to write down something we desire.
She said specifically, think about what the most important thing is in your life, or what you wish the most important thing was. And keep in mind, you can write anything. You might not write anything. You might write something I don't believe in this BS. Just whatever you do it in private. So, yeah, private message me, or, you know, something like that on Discord. And keep in mind, these are basically little napkins, so, like, you should probably keep it, like, you know, relatively brief. Okay, I've got 1, 2. Now just waiting on cheese, and then when Robo gets here, I'll just tell him to. I'll tell him exactly what happened. Cheese? No, he's muted. I don't know if he's.
Yeah, just
Oh.
trying to figure out
Okay.
how to word it.
Okay.
Right, there we go.
Okay, perfect. You guys all hand them in. She takes all of them and she puts the text in a bowl at the center of the table. Now for the hard part. I'm a bit nervous. She draws the blade of a knife across her palm and lets a drop of her blood fall into the bowl. She immediately grabs a napkin and presses it against the cut to staunch the bleeding. And she's murmuring,
Oh my god, Celeste, what the hell are you doing?
The crown with me, the promise we see how I'm off, yeah, how I treat like a response of the rose, I'm out to the rest of me, like me grounded, come on, well, yeah. True, like the branches, same way, the branches, and we mow, how many, well, yeah. But true, like, she's just kind of murmuring, and then,
Kind of looking around everyone else like,
Well,
there we go. It's a good.
Jennifer
how deep did that?
Jennifer is digging through her purse for antibiotic spray.
Yeah, she, it looks like it was really super, because it was literally just, like, enough to do a drop, but she, you know, finishes mumbling, and she's like, there we go. It's a good luck ritual, and should help those things come true. Think of it as like
Let me see your hand.
She shows it to you. It's not bad.
It doesn't matter. Jennifer's going to take out the antibiotic spray, apply it.
She's gonna react. She's gonna flinch back when she sees the antibiotic spray. Like, don't you know that stuff is all like tested on animals? Like, I'll just use some St. John's wort.
Celeste, it's just alcohol. It's fine. Here.
Okay.
Pulls out a Band-Aid. I'm gonna put the Band-Aid on. Puts a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah, and yeah, she kind of calms down. She seems pretty relaxed, but she seems like her mood is very lifted. Like, she's really like happy that you all, you know, even just like if it was just humoring her, like. And now we
learn to do that.
Ralph is trying to be, is clearly like a little bit concerned, but is trying to be cool. And it's like, well, if you're gonna do that, you know, at least like make sure your blade is clean. That's
of course
you can't.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it looks like it was a very, it wasn't like a dirty blade that had been sitting out or anything like that. Not like a ritualistic dagger or something, but like...
I've seen people get infections from just a little cut, you know, you gotta be careful.
Well, that's why I keep a whole bunch of Machination and St. John's wort and all sorts of herbal remedies around, just in case. But... yeah, that, hopefully this will help you guys manifest your dreams, just like I do. And she kind of clutches her journal. And, you know, how do you guys spend the next couple of hours, because it's getting close to, it's getting pretty late.
Probably ask about, ask Pico's character about some of their other paintings and works and what they've been working on.
Oh, you know, just, some big shot directors have really taken a liking to my style. I mean, they've asked me to do the box art for their movies several times.
That's interesting, isn't it? There's a lot that goes into that, isn't there? Like, the design of a poster and, like, a...
Are they pornos? Are they Michael Archer's former porno? No. I'm sorry.
You will never get Jennifer to admit it, but yes.
We're bringing the chapters together.
That is specifically what she has been working on.
And that's why
It's
she's
designing the
vague.
box art for porn. She doesn't want to admit it, but she is very, very good at it.
What was it, Dixon Cider 4?
Yes. Dixon Cider 1 through 4 were her work.
Okay. And yeah, as you guys kind of continue conversation, everything winds down, and you realize, like, you guys gotta get back, get back home. Celeste kind of, when you guys motion that, it's time to go, she just said, it was so nice seeing all of you, and, getting to spend time together again, and, of course, seeing you again, Ralphie, warms my heart. She gives you all a hug, and Ralphie, she gives you another peck on the cheek as you guys head out. Oh.
Ralphie does, like, the look back as he's leaving.
Yep, so, what do you guys do, like, over the next couple of weeks? Because you go back to your houses,
For a couple of weeks, I'm assuming.
Yep.
I would just go back to working at the library and working on...
Jennifer gets a call for Dixon Cider 5. The Dick Strikes Back.
Oh yeah, which one of you guys, would have wanted to learn how to hotwire cars?
I don't think my character would.
I guess Ralphie would probably find it interesting.
Yeah, so she kind of reminisced about the summer where you two were both trying to learn how to hotwire a car, just for, a little bit of kind of, mischievous fun. You were surprisingly good at it. She did not have the same aptitude and kind of started to get a little frustrated. But, yeah, it's been 5 weeks. Now, Ralph, you get a phone call.
Oh, also I was gonna say, Ralph in the in-between weeks probably got a journal, wrote a couple things down, decided it was stupid, and then stopped writing the journal.
Yeah. So, yeah, you get a call, Your phone starts, ringing, vibrating, whatever setting you have it on.
Hello?
Yes, is this Ralph Craig?
Yeah.
This is Dr. Darlene Hench. I work at, I'm a doctor here at Concord Hospital. There's a 30-something woman, here. She just woke up and, but she doesn't seem to have the ability to speak right now, but we figured you might know her because she had dog tags. She was wearing dog tags and they had your name on them. You know that Celeste used to wear your old dog tags, which she ended up appropriating kind of boyfriend hoodie style, while you were dating.
Oh fuck. Is she blonde? Kind of skinny.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's been given a
Alright.
couple hours of treatment. She's been given an IV and some, hydration through that. She's awake, but
Well, wait. Why was she in the hospital? What happened?
she was found unconscious on the side of Route 118 outside Warren.
Well, that's a great fucking place to go for a walk. Okay. What hospital did you say?
Concord Hospital.
All right.
So, do you know her?
Yeah. I'll be there as soon as I can.
If you can, if you could, bring other people that she might know too. It might jog your friend's memory or at least help her feel safe and secure.
Yeah. No, I'm calling them right away. And
Okay.
we'll be over.
Okay.
So I immediately call. I call FICO's character first because I expect. What's FICO's character's name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Okay. Call Jennifer first because I expect her to be able to answer the phone more quickly. Somebody doing a PhD.
Yes, who is this?
Hey, it's Ralphie.
Oh, hey Ralphie, how's it going?
Where's Concord Hospital? Because we gotta
Yeah,
go.
you guys,
Concord?
Concord,
Oh,
New
that's
Hampshire. That's where you guys. I assume that you guys live around there because that's where Celeste lives, and like where you guys all grew up.
Oh,
Okay.
that's just down the road. What's going on, Ralphie?
Okay, it's that one. Hey, Celeste is there. We gotta go. We gotta go see her.
Oh shit.
I mean, apparently she's okay, but she's not speaking, and I don't know. They said she passed out. I bet she was not getting enough food, and she
Oh
probably
jeez. God, hopefully it's not the
probably anemic or
anorexia
something.
again.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, they found her on the side of a highway. Like, I don't know. She was going for a walk or something and passed out. I don't know.
Alright, I'll drop what I'm doing and come. Jeez, I gotta get my purse, my coat, I'll meet you there.
Okay, I'll call Cheese and Kirk.
Sierra is her name.
I'll call Sierra.
Alright, thank you. Text me
Alright.
when you get there.
Okay.
And
Calling
Jennifer's
Sierra.
just kind of scrambling to get things together.
Okay.
All right, calling Sierra then. Ring.
The phone going to ring.
Yeah.
It's gonna do the same ringtone that I have, the Bofides nuts jingle, which literally still is my ringtone to this day.
Cup 'em in your hands, put 'em in your mouth.
Assuming the caller ID would say.
Yeah. The caller
Yeah,
ID
what's up?
says Joe Bofides.
What is Heath's character's name anyway? I forget.
Ralph.
Ralphie.
Ralph, but
Right, Ralphie. I played Ralphie before.
yeah, that was kind of my my little shout out, and also to the fact that he's the youngest of the group, so kind of you guys all sometimes don't take him all that seriously, because he's like the kind of...
I figure. I think whenever Ralphie calls me, it means something's going on with Celeste. What'd she do now?
Okay, you don't have to answer like that, but she is in the hospital. We gotta go see her.
Oh my god, the hospital.
Yeah, I got a call that she passed out on the side of the road, and I don't know. She's probably not been eating or something. I don't know. Do you want me to pick you up?
Yeah, you can meet me out front in the library. Luckily, Mr. Wilcock ain't here today, so I'm sure I can get someone to cover for me.
Okay.
All right.
So, you guys all head to the hospital. When you reach the reception room, you actually overhear a nurse. She says, "It's as if all the pregnant women in town got together and agreed that today was the day." What do you want to do?
Must be something in the water, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, chemicals. They're putting chemicals in the water to turn the freaking women pregnant. But yeah, you also notice like the hospital is because it's late October. Halloween is just a few days away, and there's a couple. There's the odd jack-o'-lantern and like little bat cutout, on the walls. Nice and festive, but not overwhelming.
Hey, I got a call for a patient who wasn't responding. He said she had my dog tags. Her name is Celeste. We were hoping we could see her.
Who gave the call?
I say who gave the call.
Yep, Dr. Darlene Hench. Yeah. Hench is Jane Doe. Room 314 at the end of the hall on the right. Overhearing you talking about this, a tall, elderly man with thinning gray hair. You guys can obviously tell it's a Catholic priest, based on, his dress. He turns towards you. You can see also from his dark glasses and slightly skewed gestures that he is completely blind. He also confirms how to get there, but adds, "I was just sitting with her for a while. She's not very talkative. I hope your friend gets better soon," he says.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah. You can tell he's like a hospital pastor, like the type who kind of visit patients around a hospital. Okay. So you guys go to the room?
Yep.
Okay. So you see Celeste in the bed. She's awake, but doesn't seem all that responsive. She's sharing the room with an elderly Native American woman who is accompanied by another younger person who could be her daughter. The young woman is sitting in a chair, absent-mindedly leafing through the pages of a magazine. She greets you politely when you come in. The older woman watches you, eyes wide open, but says nothing. You can see that Celeste is still in her bed, hooked up to a battery of monitors that all seem to be giving normal readings. Respiration rate, blood oxygen, heart rate, blood pressure, etc. And she has an IV going into her right hand, which is connected to a drip of saline. She's awake and propped up against two giant pillows. She's in kind of the standard issue hospital gown, but those do nothing to cover the bruises on her arms and minor lacerations. Her face also shows bruises, as well as swelling on her left eyebrow and right cheekbone. As she sees you come in, she gives you a calm... Sorry, what?
I brought her favorite coffee drink from the organic vegan coffee shop for her. With green algae in it and all that other nasty stuff.
Yeah, she kind of gives you guys all a calm and lucid look. She clearly recognizes you, but nothing in her expression gives any clue as to what she might be thinking. She immediately raises her right hand and makes like a writing gesture. Uh, like she's clearly asking for a paper and pen.
Damn.
I'm gonna say
You
that
piss off.
I always keep a notepad and pen in my back pocket in case I run into a story idea or lead.
Yeah.
So I pull it out and you want this?
Yeah, she nods.
I give you a pen and a little spiral notepad.
She hurriedly and nervously starts sketching, and then hands the paper back to you. Do you want to show it to the other players, or because I can show it to you first, and then you can decide.
I'm just gonna ask, want me to show everyone?
Yep. She kind of nods.
I would assume I would just show it to everyone anyway.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not
So-
trying to be discreet about it.
Yep, so there we go.
What's this, a window?
Yo, who is this doctor? Found passed out. Yeah, right. Looks like he get hit by a car.
I mean, God, it looks like she was part of the domestic. Also, what?
It fell pretty hard.
Celeste, what is with this jellyfish?
She doesn't respond. Two nurses come in to give her some medicine through the IV. Celeste sees, and she opens her eyes wide, but curiously for her, does not seem to resist. One of the nurses is telling the others, who appears to be a student trainee, teaching her how to administer medicine through the IV. Remember to prime the IV tubing before you change the line. There's a stopcock to alternate between the saline solution and the injection fluid. Otherwise, air could get into the bloodstream and cause an embolism. It's unlikely that enough air will get in. It would take about 10 milliliters of air to cause an embolism, but still, you're going to want to be careful. They kind of finish doing that, and they see you guys, and you know her?
Yes.
Well, it's good that she still has some. It's good that she has some friends who, care enough to make a visit. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people who go into hospitals, and we try to reach out to the, and we can't find anybody who wants to see them. You guys are very good friends. And they leave.
Ralphie's gonna kind of reach out and touch her forearm. Just kind of like get a sense if she's like cold and.
She doesn't seem cold, no.
Or like feel if like her bruises are like raised, or like just kind of like see if she responds.
She doesn't seem to really respond.
Do we know that she really recognizes us, I guess?
Yeah, you can tell that she recognizes you. But she just has a very blank expression, for the most part. Like, unreadable. Like, her face is, like, unreadable right now. Like, it doesn't look like she's, it doesn't look like she's, been, like, lobotomized, but definitely very unlike her.
Gotta make sure that we're out of earshot of her. Just say something's wrong, like she doesn't look like she's in pain, but I don't know. I can just tell that It looks like defeated somehow, like she saw something happened that made her, shut down.
Yeah, it's like the life was drained right out of her. Like she's given up all of her hopes and dreams.
I just think she was really just walking. Do you think maybe she was ditched out of a car there? Or something? It looks like she definitely more than just fell on the ground.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she's banged up really bad.
We need to find out where she was and
I don't know what
she
they
was
have her
doing
on
that.
either. Like I don't know if they have her on painkillers. Maybe she's coming in and out. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel bad. I don't think she would want to be on that stuff on purpose.
Yeah.
What do you
can
think?
tell.
Can we
Yeah, you can
say
ask.
anything? We can't.
You can ask. You could also ask for the doctor who called you.
I think we need to talk to that doctor. They have some more answers.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys make a call from like kind of the room, like intercom or whatever, and a heavyset black woman who looks to be in her 40s walks in with confident, easy movements. Her lively eyes are framed by large black-rimmed glasses. Allow me to place her token on the... Yep, that's her. Yes, hello, I'm pretty busy, but under these circumstances, I can definitely spare a few minutes to talk to you guys, after all
You
this...
say under my breath, hell yeah, black woman doctor.
There we go. So, we still don't know anything about this Jane Doe, but obviously you guys do, so...
Tell the doctor her name.
Celeste, yeah.
It's Celeste. Last name.
Yep. It doesn't even give a last name in the source book, so... You can make that up.
Her last name is literally last name.
Yeah, okay, Celeste last name. I'm gonna edit the character sheet. There we go. Okay, good. Now she is Celeste last name. So...
What... So, is anything, physically wrong with her?
I mean, definitely looks like she got, banged up. I don't know if it was like, she got too close to, like, a deer and it, like, kicked her, or, or, like, she took a fall while, like a bad fall, like, maybe she was, climbing some, climbing, like, a steep slope and kind of fell, but... Yeah, it seems like mostly just kind of physical, there's no evidence to suggest that, like, she was really attacked by another person. But,
Okay.
it could have been something like a fall and, like a car accident. Does she have a car? You guys know that she does not.
No, she doesn't own a car.
She doesn't believe in burning fossil fuels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little... speaking of which, do you have her on any medication right now?
Basically just kind of the standard, to help, recover with, consciousness and stuff. Now, she is healthy and in good condition except for the obvious injuries to her face and limbs. Her vitals are normal, though we have to wait and see what happens. But the only thing of note, really, is that her blood alcohol level was, which was higher than desirable. So you guys know that Celeste is a social drinker who can sometimes overindulge, quote, when the occasion warrants, in her words. We have filed a police report, but they have yet to take action. I told the responding officers that the bruises and scratches might have been caused by a fall, but they found no patient. They found nothing regarding a missing person report on Celeste. So it's not considered a priority case. Though an officer is supposed to come by at some point today to try and take her statement, and if she does indicate that she was the victim of a crime whenever she begins to speak again, we'll be able to apply the established protocols.
Okay. But let's not real big on medications, pharmaceuticals, and stuff. I mean, I know you have to do your job, but I think she'd appreciate it if you kept it as natural as possible.
Of course. Yeah, she kind of notes it down. So.
Anyway, thanks for your time, Doctor. Unless
you guys don't want to ask the circumstances of how she was, any details about how she was found? She notes that she was along with the triage team that kind of took her in, but yeah, she basically just told you that she was found. She told you like briefly over the phone that like, oh yeah, she was found unconscious on the side of Route 118. But if you wanted, you could ask. You could see if there's any more details.
Yeah, where exactly was she picked up on the road?
So, like I said, side of Route 118, but about a dozen miles northwest of here, by some truck driver headed south to Boston. The driver said he got the impression that the woman had been walking south toward the city until she just collapsed. He just brought her to the hospital and left because he didn't want any trouble, as he said. Staff on duty at reception at the time didn't get the impression that the trucker had anything to do with the bruises, which adds up. These are clearly older than a couple minutes before she got to the hospital. He appears to simply he looks like just this trucker found her and took her to the hospital. He didn't leave any contact info, but that's all we know is yeah, side of Route 118, about a dozen miles northwest of here.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I made a handout for you guys for like kind of a short, quick reference for kind of the things that you kind of picked up on during the dinner 5 weeks ago.
Well, if you guys don't have any more questions for the doctor, I'm sure the doctor's busy, so...
Yep.
Well, I will be keeping a close eye on your friend, as I do with all of my patients, of course, and we will let you know first thing if her condition improves or complicates or anything out of the ordinary. Thank you for being such good friends.
Give them your information, Ralphie.
Yeah, I mean, they have my info from the dog tags already, apparently. So...
Yeah, they were basically able to look you up, probably, you know.
I'll just let them know. We're probably gonna go take a look around. I'm sure we'll be back later on to check on Celeste. But,
okay. Just just tell
right now she probably just needs rest.
Of course, yeah, she... Oh, do you look at, Oh yeah, the clothes that she was, obviously she's not in the same clothes that she was wearing, but, when they were, getting her disrobed for, getting the hospital gown on, they put, as standard protocol, they put, the clothes she was found in a plastic bag, and it's, you guys can see, she gestures to it, it's hanging from one of the hangers in the room's courtesy closet.
Oh yeah, we should check that to see if she was carrying anything.
Of course. And, she leaves the room.
See if she's got a phone in there.
Yep. You see 2 undergarments, a dark-colored print dress, burgundy tights, and a hair scarf with a bee motif. It's the same one that she wore to the at dinner 5 weeks ago.
This one's her favorite.
Yep, she only wears it on what she calls special occasions. The clothes are all torn in various places and spattered with mud or dirt. They were clearly wet at some point or were immersed in a somewhat sticky liquid that, when you touch them, they feel a bit rough.
Is there anything else in the bag?
There's no shoes, purse, or cell phone.
Is there a knife in there?
No.
Guessing no pockets on the dress.
No. I mean, it's women's clothing. They never have pockets.
Nothing. She's carrying nothing.
Yep. I will say that you note that her undergarments are they don't have any tears, so though they do have the same rough texture that's they were immersed in either they were wet and it was raining, maybe it was raining if it was raining last night, or they were immersed in some weird sticky liquid, almost syrupy, but the undergarments are intact, so there's nothing suggesting SA.
I'm gonna give some of the dried spots on the dress a sniff to see if anything smells like anything.
It smells a bit weird. It smells like mud, muddy, dirty, and then there's a hint of something else that you can't place.
Okay.
There's a hint of booty sweat.
Someone can make me a medicine roll, and I might be able to give you a little bit of detail.
Medicine roll.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope.
My medicine is a 1.
Do you want to push it?
I'll give it one more. I sense that there's something, so I wait for a second, hold my breath to kind of clear my nose and sniff again deeply.
Unfortunately, you can't spend luck on a pushed roll, so I'm gonna say that the patient, the old Native American woman, and her daughter see you sniffing this woman's soiled clothes and give you the most disgusted look. They basically just they think you're a panty sniffer. And I'm gonna say that the young woman
Ralphie,
comes up
oh
and
my
slaps you in the face. You're disgusting. Some friend you are. And she just
Sierra starts uncontrollably laughing and actually has to leave the room for a minute.
Yep, she
I open my mouth to
Really,
speak.
Ralphie? Really?
I open my mouth to speak, and I realize that there's nothing that I can say that won't just dig this deeper.
Well, at least you're learning.
In my head, I get as far as, it's okay, we used to, and then I'm like, nope, can't say that.
Oh, I'm glad you pushed it just for that encounter. That was so good. So, what do you guys want to do?
Well, we could drive out of town and see if there's anything, but I don't even know if we'd notice where it was she was.
You could look it up online or using, like, maps, like Google Maps or something like that. You also remember that she told you about a... she told you
there's that
spare
pen.
key. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To her
spare
apartment
key.
under a flower pot at the end of the hall.
Yeah, she's got that other friend, too. I wonder if she knows.
Yeah.
Do we know if she opened that business that she told us about when we were at her place?
No. But it's only been, like, 5 weeks, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah.
Well,
I mean, you could do both. Like, you can do, for example, you could go to her house while looking up, like, the kind of location on, like, Google Maps on, like, your phone.
you guys want to go to her place, or...
Yeah,
We
let's
should.
go back to her place. You can take my card.
Okay. So. I'm gonna say it's, like, maybe 12 p.m. So. Are any of you guys looking, like, looking up the location online, or...
Yeah, since I'm just riding in the car, I'll like drop a pin where they describe the place on maps.
You notice that it's like a back road in the middle of nowhere. Like,
Yeah, I guess I
it's
have
a
to
way
ride
in or
with
out
you
of
around
town, but not the
weekends.
main one. It doesn't seem to go, like, this particular road doesn't seem to go too many places. So, the apartment is more or less as you remember it. There is a laptop on the dining room table next to a, you can actually see it right here in this little map.
I want to examine the laptop.
Okay. So, it's not password protected. Do you want to look at her browser history, or...
Yeah, let's see what she was looking at
She
recently.
was doing a lot of searches for a man named Jonas Evergreen. Do any of you guys want to look at the anything else in the room as we're doing this?
Jennifer's gonna look at the thing on the coffee table.
The brochure?
The brochure, yeah.
Yeah. So you notice that it seems to be a brochure for a self-labeled nature advocacy group called Mother Gaia, and they offer biodenza classes and fertility massages, and they note that they promote a lifestyle in communion with nature. The text is signed by one Jonas Evergreen, whose photo appears to one side. He's a white man in his early 30s with a mop of dark, curly hair, dressed in a suit. Now, Cheese, as you're looking through the history, you see a bunch of articles from the financial press. Apparently, Jonah and his sister Agnes each own 50% of Evergreen Industries. You also find several publications by environmentalist authors referring to him as the, quote, guru behind the Children of Amalthea organization. And you even find... Let me... Oh, yeah. This... Here's the flyer.
Oh my god, I swear I know this guy from somewhere.
Yeah, you've probably heard of like Evergreen Industries. They do a lot of like stuff with like farming and agriculture.
Oh my god. This guy stiffed me on a job once.
Ooh.
Ah, the prick. I even stole my work.
Yeah, and then you guys
I remember this guy hawking green algae
yeah, like green
on the
algae.
late night infomercials.
Yeah. Now you also see this on the on the computer. I will also paste the link in the chat. And we can...
Interactive link technology.
Yeah, just note that because it was made by a Spanish company, it is in Spanish, but I will give you the subtitles.
It's okay, I know enough Spanish to not understand any of the video.
Madre Gaia, nuestra Madre Tierra, porque el equilibrio de la naturaleza es el equilibrio de la vida. Tomamos tanto y tanto debemos dar. El milagro de la vida solo es posible gracias a Gaia. ¿Cómo agradecerle su don? Ella nos lo regala y solo nos pide que lo compartamos. La naturaleza es un equilibrio perfecto y es nuestra responsabilidad mantenerlo. Hola, si estás viendo esto, es que te preocupa tu lugar en el mundo, en la naturaleza. La naturaleza nos ha dado la vida y ha pedido tan poco a cambio, y aún así la maltratamos y abusamos de ella.
Ralph is watching the video
¿No sería
in Spanish
estupendo
and
poder
just
convivir con ella
nodding,
de
as if
esta
he
manera?
understands it, though he doesn't.
Yeah, the video
Las personas
in this
deberíamos
is
ser
in
capaces de
English, but
alcanzar la
the
simbiosis con
people
nuestra
who
madre
made this
tierra.
campaign
Nos
are Spanish,
convertimos en
so...
parásitos. Los parásitos absorben energía de otros seres vivos. Podemos hacerlo
This is
porque
why I was
nuestra madre
asking
nos
if
regala su
anybody,
energía. Del mismo modo,
if anybody knew of a way to
nosotros
remove,
deberíamos
like,
ser capaces de compartir
the
nuestra
voice
energía,
from a video,
toda
so I
la
could
que no
dub it.
necesitamos. En el intercambio está el equilibrio. En el equilibrio, el futuro. En el futuro, nuestra esperanza. Soy Jonas
Well,
Evergreen.
This seems like
Cambiamos las
kind of
cosas.
weird
Yeah, and you guys
nature
will see...
food stuff that she would be into.
Yeah, and you see the
Sounds like one of those mega church type things.
Yep, you guys see the... Do you guys see the handout with the like English text?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
I can read it out loud if you want.
Yeah, sure.
Mother Gaia, our Mother Earth, because the balance of nature is the balance of life. We take so much, so we must give. So much we must give. The miracle of life is only possible because of Gaia. How can we thank her for this supreme gift? She gives it to us and asks only that we share it in return. Nature is a perfect balance. It is our responsibility to maintain it. Then on the mountain. Hi, if you're watching this, it's because you care about your place in the world, nature. Nature has given us life and asks for so little in return, and yet we mistreat and abuse it. Wouldn't it be great to live alongside it in a different way? People should be able to achieve symbiosis with Mother Earth, not become parasites. Parasites absorb energy from other living beings. Our mother gives us her energy. We should be able to share our energy too, all the energy that we do not need. In this exchange lies balance, and balance the future, and the future our hope.
There we go. So those are the words that you guys actually heard, because it was in English, but the company that published this scenario is Spanish, so they made it in Spanish, and I didn't have a good way to kind of dub over it. You also see that the browsing history shows a search on a map site for what appears to be a destination near the Warren Nature Preserve off Route 118 heading north, which you guys recognize. And if you look on the actual like map with like kind of the Google Earth style map, about 15 miles northwest is what seems to be, based on the satellite image, some sort of large house.
Because I think she was trying to go out there and meet with this Evergreen and these Gaia people.
Does anybody want to make me a spot hidden roll?
Give it a try.
Nice. So, you note that there are no parked cars or people on the property, at least not in the photo, which probably not all that recent, but there's a large backyard with a rectangular pool, though it's impossible to tell whether it's full or empty. Along one of the pool's short sides, there appears to be a slightly arched canopy or pergola, and then on the opposite side are 3 irregular zigzagging shapes that might be large planters or garden areas with different vegetation. I'll let you guys make of that whatever you will.
Hey, where's that drawing she gave you, Jennifer?
Jennifer's gonna pull it out of her purse. You mean this? What? Oh my god. Jellyfish.
Because he's a big, stupid jellyfish.
Yeah, the jellyfish. Does this look anything like what I'm seeing on the screen?
It looks eerily similar, yes. Like those 5 elements, the 3 planters, the canopy, and the pool, they all form a pattern that's quite similar to the one that you see on that piece of paper.
Well, that's definitely where she was. Or at least where she tried to go. Well, could go check it out, see if they saw her there. I mean, I don't know what this place is, or if somebody lives there, or if it's a group that uses it. Or
remember, this is the modern. We're playing in a modern setting, so those are things you can look up.
let's just search the address, I guess.
Okay. It is a private estate belonging to the Evergreen family.
Alright, this is definitely that guy's house then.
Yeah, it
Is
seems
there
like
any,
it seems old. Probably not. A little bit not like ruins, but it definitely doesn't seem like it's actively. It doesn't look like it's like where they live.
Is there a landline listed for this in the white pages?
Yes, there is.
Alright, Ralphie's gonna try and call it.
Brr, brr, brr. The number you have dialed is no longer in service.
That figures.
Anybody? Do you guys want to keep looking around, see if there's anything else in the apartment?
I'm gonna go check her room.
Okay. You find a text. It seems to be what Celeste. It sounds familiar. I'll say that. I'll read it out. Energy flows. It belongs to no one, for it belongs to all. When the sun has set, we continue to bask in its warmth. When the fire burns too hot, it cares not if we take the extra heat. To forge a mystical bond with other humans in order to draw on their vital energy when you need it, invite them to your table. Let 4 flames stand sentry at the corners, north, south, east, and west. Have each guest write down what matters most to them, what gives meaning to their lives, what drives them, whatever it may be, on a piece of paper. Then, place all of the papers, including your own, as the person performing the ritual, in a bowl at the center. Add your own blood to the texts of those gathered and recite. Of the tree of life, I must visit the crown. The crown lifts me, the crown lets me see. Hail, Amalthea. Of the tree of life, I must visit the roots. The roots nourish me. The roots keep me grounded. Come, Amalthea. Of the tree of life, I must visit the branches. The branches take me far away. The branches let me be more. Help me, Amalthea. Of the tree of life, I must visit the leaves. The leaves nourish me. The leaves bring me energy. Feed me, Amalthea. I take now from the leaves so that when it is night in my heart, I can find the energy and continue. Thank you, Amalthea.
I take it down and, where? From the room and, they're the other 2.
Yeah.
So that's where she got
That's-
that weird blood ritual idea from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys want to... do you want to leave, or do you want to see if there's anything else?
I gotta say, I got a bad feeling about this one. I mean, I know she's had her problems and done some weird things in the past, but I don't feel good about this one.
Yeah, the only rooms you guys haven't really checked. I mean, you found that in the loft. It was like under a bunch of stuff on the same table that she had the candles and everything on the little the kind of good luck chant.
Like,
but there's
in
still
her
the kitchen.
bathroom, I was gonna say the medicine cabinet, but I guess I could.
Yeah, you can look at the medicine cabinet.
I'm gonna check the fridge.
Okay, so there's a bulletin board on the wall by the fridge. There's a whole bunch of different notes and photos that have been thumbtacked to it. You recognize the moments captured in a couple of the snapshots. You even show up in some of them, but none of them stand out to you. The notes include things like shopping lists, miscellaneous reminders, and a slip of paper you guys might find familiar. It appears to be a piece of a menu from a Thai restaurant, like the one you used to write on for the good luck game that you played at dinner. And allow me to... You recognize Celeste's handwriting.
Give life. Guessing that's a blood stain on it.
Yeah, that appears to be dried blood.
Was this her contribution to that thing that day? Give life. Huh.
Yep. You also see various flyers, the one she told you she made for her friend Benita. They're all in Spanish, for El Patio de Benita, and they include contact details as well as the address of the shop.
Well, you guys think we should let her friend know that she's in the hospital?
Probably.
Yes, we should. She might be wondering where she is.
Oh yeah.
And maybe.
Was it Ralph who was looking who found the text from the ritual?
Yeah.
So you find a slim volume little book entitled Gifts of Gaia. There's a bookmark decorated with Hindu motifs that's sticking out from the top. It is an environmentalist tract about human beings' spiritual involvement with nature, and in general deals with the same issues as the Mother Gaia video. The book was published in 2024, but no author is listed. The title page simply states that it was published by Mother Gaia.
I'll pick up the book and bring it with me.
Okay.
Does the book have an ISBN number on it?
It does not.
Let me see that book for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't think this was ever published. This looks like something that was made and handed out, like given out directly to people.
Like,
Every book would have a byline. It would have a number to look it up.
like maybe they just custom printed it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it looks like it doesn't look like it was a widely circulated book. Like, it looks like maybe it was just given, like it was kind of a home print job almost. Not like, oh, this is the only copy, but more like, this was definitely not done by, like, a major publisher or anything like that.
Whatever this is a very small and privately funded operation.
Yeah, at least the book. Like, the Mother Gaia group, from what you could tell, like,
Yeah.
they have a huge social media presence. Like, Jonas Evergreen is, like, he has a lot of public appearances and stuff like that. Like, his contact info is easy to find. He's a public figure.
See, like the Elon Musk of green.
Not
Yeah.
not quite in terms of just how, like, you know, openly evil
Popular,
one
but
of those
not
people
insane,
is. But, like, he's definitely very much a public figure. Like, you could literally, like, just call him, like, you know that, like, you could basically you could just reach out to, like, one of his social media profiles, either Evergreen Industries or Mother Gaia, like, he's not a hard man, he's not an elusive man. But to sum it up, you guys have multiple kind of clues you can follow up on. You could visit the estate that you found, the Evergreen estate, that seems to be where Celeste kind of had gone to. You could go to the flower shop. You could go to you could try and make an appointment with Jonas Evergreen, see what he's see if he can shed any light on anything, or yeah, and then you also have the flower shop.
Well, I think we should try to go let Benita know. And we
Yeah.
could try and drive up to that estate and see, I don't know, see if it's actually being used.
Okay. So, you guys go to the shop,
Why
but
didn't you say it was like midnight?
okay, yeah, so maybe you went the next day.
Yeah, I'd say we reconvene the next morning.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just kind of...
Meet at the flower shop.
Okay. So, when you get there, the store is closed. But the store's, like, the store's, like, kind of next door, in both directions are open.
Jennifer's gonna walk over to one of the neighboring stores, walk in, and ask about the store they're trying to go to.
Oh, yeah. El Patio de Bonita.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's, the herbalist shop that you're looking at, the one that's currently closed is kind of at the corner of a row of 5 businesses. So, what do you want to ask?
It's like, hey, that flower shop over there, it seems like it's closed. Do you know what's going on with it?
No, but it's very unlike Bonita to not have opened yet. We don't live on the premises, like, you know, these are our businesses, but so we can't really tell you much, and we don't really know about her, you know, all of her coming and going or whatever. But
well, thank you.
yeah.
When was the last time she was open?
Really, it's been, maybe, like, 5 days?
Oh,
4 or 5
weird.
days, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome. Would you like a coffee?
Oh, yes, please.
How do you like your coffee, sir? Or ma'am? Yeah, ma'am.
Oh, just with a little bit of cream and sugar.
All right. They pour a piping hot coffee, add a little bit of cream and sugar in it. Here you go.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and have a wonderful day. I'm going to just call them, I'm going to say that their advertising says it's like, it's some of the best coffee you've ever had. And you note that it says, like, on the advertising, like, we only use the finest Beaufort's coffee beans, finely ground.
Café Jo Mama.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Shoot, I didn't know you had both of these flavored coffee. I'll take a double shot of both of these.
Coming right up, sir. Or ma'am, sorry. She says, looking past you.
You just see she's got the giantest Coke bottle glasses on.
No, what she does is she looks at you, but it almost looks like she's looking through you, and she says, "Sorry, Cheeseburger Apocalypse, I forgot which character you were playing." And then, like, completely back to normal and says, "Yes, ma'am, of course," and gets you a nice piping hot
Just
little
like a
cup of
glitch
both.
in the Matrix. So
Exactly.
2 black cats walk by.
Yeah. A murder of crows just perches on the tree right outside.
Ralph didn't go into the coffee shop and is still standing by the storefront.
Okay. What do you do?
He's gonna try and listen to see if there's any activity inside. Maybe it's just not open. Somebody inside.
You don't hear anything coming from inside.
Okay, I was gonna do a roll, but
Oh, you
I'm gonna say I
fumble?
try to listen, and then a loud ass car drives by right at the time I'm trying to listen.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you're like, yeah, you kind of get like temporarily stunned because it's like it was really loud. Like maybe you were stumbling a little too close to the side of the road, and they thought they were gonna hit you, so they were like.
Somebody's 96 Honda Civic with a
Yeah, exactly.
gigantic fart pipe on it.
Yeah. Yeah, their horn just sounded it just sounded like this. But yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
Then, do I notice this drawing that I can see next to the door?
I'll say, yeah.
So say after I regain my bearings, after getting farted on by the Honda Civic,
Brand new sentence.
I take a look and I notice this drawing and recognize it, of course.
Okay.
I'm guessing the other two will come out of the coffee shop soon.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, yeah, Michael is there, but he's not playing an active role.
Guess what?
Chicken butt?
No.
Lose
jellyfish.
D4 sanity.
Nope. Jellyfish.
Oh my god. What if Bonita, Berdita,
Benita,
oh,
Fafita, Banana.
Benita. What if she was mixed up in the same stuff as Celeste?
Cheeseburger apparently lost internet. So.
Oh, shit. Okay, well. What do you guys want to do? Yep.
Well, it's hard to say, Did she put this on her here by herself? Is this something that Celeste was going around drawing? I'm assuming she has to be involved in this somehow. I mean, this seems like right up her alley too, being an herbalist shop and stuff. So maybe they're both involved in this group, and this is some kind of like sign they give each other. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth investigating. See if there's any link.
Okay, so where do you want to go? Or do you want to stay here and like look around more?
Do another.
Mean, is there any way that we can peer into the shop?
You could look into the shop. You could try and pick the lock on the store's front door. It looks like there's a backyard, though it's there is a fence, a fenced-in backyard, with about a 6.5-foot tall fence. You could even peek over that.
Ralph's gonna do one of those jump looks into the backyard.
Okay, so you can see that there are living quarters at the back of this this store, as well as a backyard dominated by an enormous cherry tree, surrounded by myriad plants of different shapes and colors.
You said there's a living area, like a...
Yeah, like this was where she lived and worked.
Okay. Is there any sign of activity, like, in the backyard recently, or...
Nothing super recent, though you probably have to take a closer look and, like, actually kind of hop the fence to...
Oh, there's cheese.
I'm back.
Hey, we were just talking about, what you guys are doing, and, Ralph is, taking a look in the backyard. He found that
Yeah, that's what I was gonna suggest right when the internet cut out, that we see if there's, like, a back way in or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like she lives back here. but I can't tell if she's home or... I mean, it
Did
doesn't
you
really
guys
seem
get
like
in, or are
it.
you just looking?
I just kind of jumped up and peeked over the fence.
If the city council finds out she's living back here, that's gonna be a violation.
It's not a super tall fence. Like, it's tall enough that you need, like, you know, a little help getting over, but not like something you would have to roll for.
Here, Ralphie, let me give you a boost.
Alright. I mean, I don't want to break in, but you gotta see if she's here.
It's fine. We're just hopping the fence. We're not like...
Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
be such a square.
Yeah, so you enter the backyard.
You see Jennifer elbows him in the gut.
Oh my god. Right in the bophides.
Not super hard.
Yeah. But, yeah, you see
Alright,
the...
alright.
My dry.
Yes! So, yeah, you can get into the back, like, pretty easily.
Alright.
Like, it doesn't
I'm
look...
gonna let my dogs out.
Oh, yeah,
I'll be
no
back
problem.
In a minute.
No problem. So, Ralph, do you want to go up to the, like, kind of back?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the whatever the like house area,
Okay.
and try and knock on a door or window, whatever is available.
There's no answer.
Does it look like any lights are on?
No.
Anything like on the door or near the door?
There's a doorknob or door handle.
After about a minute and being pretty sure nobody is here, I'm gonna try the doorknob.
It's unlocked.
Ralph's like, I knew it. Nope, gotta do it now. So I open the door and peek inside.
Yeah, so it's a very small place, but every single, like, square foot is put to good use. With a tiny kitchen area against one wall, there's a few cupboards, an unmade bed, a closet, and a bathroom that measures no more than 20 square feet, which is separated from the main room by a plastic curtain. There's also a small computer desk with no computer that seems to have doubled as an office. There's a binder on it that appears to be kind of classic, like, kind of business accounts and, like, paperwork.
I'm just gonna yell inside in case, hey, Benita?
There's no answer.
I look inside, walk inside, and take a look at it. Anything laying out?
Yeah, so if you look at the kind of binder on the office desk,
Yeah.
you see from the accounts that Benita eked out just enough from this store to make ends meet and not really much more. There's also a planner.
I'm gonna check the planner.
You
I'm
see an entry for the day prior to, well, technically 2 days since the day has passed, so 2 days ago. It says, Mother Gaia Fertilidad. And then in one corner, there's a noisy refrigerator covered in stickers, both environmentalist and Guatemala-themed magnets, as well as photos of family and friends. You can see this, you can see Celeste in some of the photos. Presumably the other woman in some of them is Benita herself. You assume that she's the young Latina woman in the images. And then on the fridge, there are also 2 pieces of paper. Do you want to look at those?
Yeah, I'll take a look at them.
So, the first one is it's stuck to the fridge by a magnet shaped like a cartoon bus bearing the word Guatemala. It's a medical report dated 3 days ago, indicating that Benita has an infection requiring antibiotics. And based on like your kind of cursory search, there's no trace of any sort of medication in the apartment. But given kind of what you know about Celeste, you imagine this woman might kind of be in the same realm of like, you know, not wanting to take, you know, like quote unquote chemicals.
An herbalist taking antibiotics seems unlikely.
And then the second document, which is just stuck to the fridge with like a nondescript blue magnet, is a letter from the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services denying her green card application.
How recent was that?
Uh,
Does it have a date?
It does not.
That's nice.
But also, you note that Benita's last name is Cerezo, which means cherry tree in Spanish. And the cherry tree, like pretty much all deciduous trees in the area at this time of year, has begun, if not completely, lost its leaves.
So the cherry tree has not lost any leaves?
It has. It has.
Okay.
Just like all of the other kind of deciduous trees.
All right. Right, because this is in October. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, we're just a few days away from Halloween.
Huh, okay. I take a look around, maybe the bed area.
Okay. Yeah, you don't find anything else.
It's important.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna leave and make sure everything's exactly the way it was before we got there.
Okay, yeah. It's not too difficult.
Close the door. And, I guess jump the fence again.
Yeah, it's not too difficult. You're able to get out pretty easy. You hear the barking of dogs in the distance.
Sorry about that. I don't know what they're barking about.
No worries. It just added a little bit of immersion.
I hear the baying of the hounds in the distance.
It's another disruption.
Oh yeah, no worries. We just finished the investigation of the house, or of the studio apartment behind the actual shop proper.
It doesn't seem like we got too much from it.
Well,
I mean,
they're definitely friends. I mean,
yeah.
Did you? Got a bunch of pictures together.
Do you think you would have gone into the shop through the curtain to the studio apartment?
Oh, okay. So if it was that easy, then...
Oh, yeah, it was just a curtain.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's just a counter with a cash register and a small round table strewn with dirty bowls of leftover blends, mortars, and several glass jars with seeds and powdered plants. The table is surrounded by an assortment of mismatched chairs. The rest of the space is filled with half a dozen brightly painted shelves full of jars and dispensers with different seeds, sprigs, sticks, leaves, etc., as well as a corkboard with ads for different environmental groups, announcing meetings and courses. You find a similar brochure to the one that you found or identical to the one that you found at Celeste's home on the corkboard.
Okay. In that case, when I go back up there, yeah, it seems like they're both involved in this other guy group. Apparently, 2 days ago was some kind of fertility event.
Well, Celeste did say something about her children, which was a little odd.
Yeah,
that
for
was
sure.
a few weeks ago.
But
I thought she was just talking about the future, but maybe she had gotten herself into something.
Ralphie's gonna get a little bit jealous. Trying to figure out what the implications of Celeste going to a fertility event is.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah. So, you've got some more info. What do you guys want to do?
Should we check this estate out? Seen
It's
this?
about time we go up to this retreat clinic, whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen this diagram twice now.
Yep. So, you guys go into the estate.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Doesn't take you... Well, it's like maybe 30, 40 minutes. Oops. Isn't that right? Yeah. Okay, so... Upon opening the huge metal gate and entering this kind of compound... roll me, or actually, let me do it. Going from left to right. Okay. Jennifer. You see the same property, but it's night. You hear screams and laughter, and you see multiple bonfires and people with torches. And then you come to again, and it's exactly like you see here.
What the hell? Did either of you see that?
What are you talking about?
It just was like someone was throwing a darkness party here. Never mind.
Yep. So, this property consists of a huge, dilapidated 3-story house, rolling yards, and, as you saw in the satellite image, a pool edged with a pergola in back. The house itself is in ruins, and barely like half of the rooms of this house would serve as shelter in case of heavy rain. The floor is crumbling and littered with trash and pieces of broken furniture. It doesn't take much imagination to see that it has variously served as a refuge for the homeless and a hangout for marginalized youths over the years.
What happened to this place?
Most of the furniture is broken. In some cases, pieces have been clearly been used as firewood. Many of the walls are covered in stains or graffiti. There are even remnants of old clothes, battered mattresses, fraying and threadbare sofas, empty bottles, crushed cans, twisted pieces of iron. And in general, just like anything you might imagine could be found in a building that had been abandoned for years and sporadically used as a squat.
Damn, this place looks worse than I thought.
The back is in somewhat better shape, considering that neither a pergola nor a pool are much use against the elements. That's at least what you imagine. The pergola is a semicircular structure consisting of 5 cream-colored columns, veined with pink, crowned by a canopy of open beams wrapped in tough, gnarled vine stems. Curiously, several green shoots have sprouted up in various places. The entire paved surface under the canopy is blanketed in fallen leaves from the many trees around the pool. The pool itself is empty, and while the bottom is also dotted with a smattering of leaves, they do not lie nearly as thick as on the ground around it. You notice a few broken glasses. You can even see remains of food, wine stains, and char left presumably by fire. And, are you guys going to search around the pool?
Yeah. So.
You find a folded piece of paper on the ground. Serve. It should be serve, but that's the Spanish for it.
Jennifer pulls out her phone, pulls up the translation website. Oh, sir.
Yeah, and that again recognizably is Celeste. Yeah.
Server? What kind of server was she running?
But yeah, that's one of those things that I probably should have photoshopped. But I was lazy. But yeah. Yeah, so it just says serve.
Well, I mean, she was here at least.
Yeah, and you notice that it is very clearly a paper out of the same manifestation journal she showed you. And then on the other side of the pool from the pergola are 3 irregularly shaped flower beds, just like you saw in the image on the map. You see 3 pairs of women's shoes, 2 more modest and 1 set of designer shoes that are neatly lined up next to the ladder going down to the bottom of the pool at the shallow end.
Do we recognize the designer shoes?
You don't specifically recognize them unless you have like art fashion as a skill.
No.
But
dang.
I mean, you as a player can probably put 2 and 2 together. And as a character, you could probably figure out based on like what you already know that they seem like something Celeste. They seem like something Celeste would wear, yeah. Whether they were actually hers or not, you don't know. You don't remember seeing her specifically wearing this brand or whatever it is. But yeah, those 3 pairs of shoes are neatly lined up next to the ladder, going down to the bottom of the pool at the shallow end.
We know she was definitely here now. Well, it's not definitely, but...
Well, come to think of it, they didn't have shoes in the bag, did they?
No, they did not.
She left the shoes here and walked back?
I mean, with the state she was in, I don't think she had time to come back for her shoes.
Maybe she was running from something.
Okay, what do you guys want to do now?
I don't think she was up and leave her shoes.
Can I, like, look closer at the pool? Like, inside the pool?
Yes, you can. You can look in the pool. It's in relatively good condition, and not as grimy as you would expect of a basin like this left exposed to the elements for years, the way the house was. Someone can make me a spot hidden roll, though.
I can give it a try.
Go for it. Can I spend luck?
Yeah, you could spend 34 luck.
Oh, no. It's 34 versus 25.
9 luck.
Oh, 34. Yeah, 9 luck. Sorry, I was looking at...
Yeah, I'll spend 9 luck.
Okay. Yeah, so reduce your luck by 9, and you notice that the scent the pool is giving off, it's hard to place, but it definitely stems from something organic. And there seems to be a design in the tiles on the floor bottom, but it's half hidden by leaves that have collected in there.
Huh. There's some sort of design at the bottom of the pool. You guys want to help me sweep some of the leaves so we can see it?
I'm gonna see if I can grab a stick from the environment or something.
Oh yeah. This estate is on the border of a forest, so yeah, you can grab like a loose branch that's fallen down, and
Ralph is just gonna boots.
yeah. So the tile design it's like a half circle on top of a rectangle, and then 3 diagonal lines going down on the other side. Like zigzags.
So, just like the drawing.
Yeah, perhaps. I can neither confirm nor deny.
So they put the design of the pool inside the pool.
I feel like there's a yo-dog there, but...
Yo, dog, I heard you like jellyfish,
exhibit.
so we put a jellyfish inside your jellyfish.
So you can have a ritual while you ritualize. Someone can make me another spot hidden roll.
So you can ritual while you Cthulhu, Relye, Ia.
Cthulhu for target. Damn, fumble.
Jennifer's just slips on some sludgy leaves.
Yeah.
Falls on her butt.
Yeah. I was gonna say you break your glasses, but that would be a little too mean. Okay, Ralph. You find a gold bracelet as you're kind of sweeping aside this muck. Or not muck, but like these leaves. It's a bit dirty, but the metal is in good condition, so it clearly wasn't here for too long. And it has a name engraved on it.
I'm gonna rub kind of the dirt off the letters so I can make it out.
It's got the name Agnes. Agnes.
Agnes. Well, 3 pairs of shoes. This could be a third person that was with them.
Does anybody want to make me an intelligence roll? Like an idea roll?
I will.
Oh,
Jennifer. Okay, so Jennifer? And I would say Ciara should probably make this as well, just because it would make most sense for your character to recall it. Or whoever it was who was looking at Celeste browser history.
Intelligence.
Yeah. Damn.
I can't remember anything, apparently.
Yeah, idea rolls are for when, basically, for me as the GM to help give you a little push on things you might, like your characters would definitely know. But, Jennifer, you remember looking over Sierra's, as she was looking at Celeste's browser history, and you remember in all of the searches of Jonas Evergreen, he had a sister. Has a twin sister, Agnes Evergreen. They each own 50% of Evergreen Industries.
Oh, hey. Yeah, Jonas's, sister, Agnes. Wow. Is this her bracelet?
Well, seems That makes sense. She's involved, right? In that group.
Next to the pool, there's also a small shed, half buried in the ground, with a green metal door. You can actually see it on the map. Right there.
Well, what's this thing?
At the top of the door are several rows of parallel slits for ventilation, it appears. This is clearly where the pool maintenance equipment is kept. Although the lock is rusty and half broken, the door is secured with a chain and padlock, both of which look fairly new.
Can I pull on it?
Are you trying to break the chain?
Just trying to see if it's actually like latched in there and secure.
Make me a luck roll. Apparently it wasn't latched fully, so you're able to open it up. You see several feet of pipes crisscrossing under the ceiling, and a collection of water tanks and cleaning products, identified with dirty, faded stickers. To the right of the door is an electrical panel with a switch to turn on the solitary light bulb that illuminates the room, and outlets to plug in the different pieces of maintenance equipment. Several empty drums are scattered haphazardly around the floor. The packaging dates stamped on them are from a couple of months ago. They contain various chemicals. You can either pass a science chemistry roll, or just spend a good amount of time reading these labels and like cross-referencing with your phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell up to Jennifer and Sierra to look up these chemical names as I read them off with my phone flashlight.
So, these seem to have contained proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, phospholipids, and urea. Like urea. The equipment is in good condition, and if you want to try and activate it, it'll be either intelligence or education for a roll.
And what was all the drums again?
Proteins, carbohydrates, lipids, phospholipids, and urea.
I mean, I didn't major in science, but I had to take a biology class in undergrad, and that all sounds like stuff you'd use to make fertilizer, just the basic building blocks of life.
Do you want to look it up on like the internet, like what happens if you mix all of these things?
But I know one thing: it's not pool chemicals.
Is that?
Do you guys want to look it up online, or?
It's either bomb making or it's making people.
So you look it up?
Yeah.
They are the components of mammalian amniotic fluid, once it begins to be enriched to feed the developing fetus.
They're making baby juice. Ew, not that kind of baby juice.
That's baby batter.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, the equipment is in good
so-
condition, and you could activate it. You could switch it on if you happen to pass a intelligence or education roll.
Well,
Yeah.
Jennifer's curious.
So, the pool begins to fill with water, and you can't detect any traces of any of these chemical agents in the water that's filling up the pool.
Huh. Weird. Wonder why they have all this stuff.
Yeah, you could... You note that if you orient yourselves by smell, like based on the weird smell, I can give you a little more information.
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay, so whatever the drums used to contain was most likely transferred to various cleaning product containers, and since those containers are now empty, probably ended up in the pool at some point. But those chemicals appear to have all been used up. And throughout this whole time, you guys have been hearing various animal calls in the distance, like the bleating of deer, the calling of like crows and other birds, stuff like that. Seems to be coming from, you know, the forest that basically borders this entire estate.
So just normal forest sounds.
Yeah.
But nothing that would make us be concerned.
Yeah, nothing that would make you be super concerned.
Maybe they already used all this stuff in their ritual thing, and
Yeah, kind of afraid to know what they actually were able to accomplish.
well, I mean, if it's some kind of amniotic fluid, that's not gonna hurt somebody, you know? I
I mean,
can't imagine why they'd want to take a bath in it, but doesn't really
we're
explain.
saying things about babies, so
Maybe it's some kind of like I don't know, cleanse,
Yeah,
I mean,
or a natural skincare.
that, or it could be
Really?
like, you know, one of those like kind of pagan
they're
like
drinking it.
rituals or like, you know, ceremonies.
the only
that,
thing that I could see is it symbolizing a rebirth or something. If you're born back from the amniotic fluid, I don't know.
so
Celeste's note said, "Give life," but doesn't. Can't see how that ties in exactly here.
okay.
Hope that doesn't imply she's donating her own blood or something. Like that other little ritual she did for us with the paper.
oh yeah, with the menus.
Yep. Okay, so what do you guys want to do now?
Is there really anything else to look at here?
Here, no, it doesn't appear so.
Maybe we should go back and see if we can talk to Celeste again.
At that, one of you guys gets a text. From an
Bleep, bleep.
unknown number. Like a block number. It says, "Look to Evergreen. He is not what he seems."
Great. Somebody's spying us now.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we should go talk with him. Maybe he'll know something about what's going on.
At the very least, you can get a kind of feel for him.
I mean, they're clearly interested in his group, and you know, maybe Maybe he'll say something about fertility rituals or something. I don't know.
Yep. So do you guys want to, you guys can call, you can either reach out through to one of his many social media profiles, or, like, just let me know which route you want to take to try and arrange an appointment.
What if Sierra reaches out? So she's doing research.
And figure out how to tie it in somehow.
Do you want to tell him that you're looking for a lead on like old legends and like looking at stories of like modern kind of persistence of like kind of old rituals? I'm not saying that's a good idea. I'm saying that's a route you could technically, hypothetically use.
Yeah, I could just go into the more political thing and ask what his role is in any political activism.
Yeah, you could say, like, you want to interview him on, like, his stances, because you know that he's, because you know that, that several articles that
He's
you've read...
important to green energy policy or something.
Yeah, several articles that you saw have called him out for posing as an environmental activist, while he owns a chemical company that alters natural processes. Though, in response, he claims that what his company actually does is enhance processes in which nature makes mistakes, ensuring that crops grow smoothly and streamlining animals' reproductive cycles. But yeah, you could kind of take that approach. So, however you reach out, you get a reply from his secretary. We actually just had a cancellation, so Mr. Evergreen has an opening today if you'd like.
Well, that's convenient.
It's almost like it was written narratively, because for ease of pressure on the keeper. To not have to...
yeah, our next appointment is in 3 weeks on Wednesday, 2 p.m. Can you guys make it?
Yeah, can you guys RP 3 weeks of just downtime?
Sitting around doing nothing.
Yep, just... But, yeah. So... They give you an address in Concord. Kind of downtown. You arrive at the Mother Gaia headquarters, which it occupies the bottom 2 floors of a fairly central office building, and you see a sign in the lobby announcing a talk by Jonas himself, which it says started about an hour ago. And there's a reception counter in there. In the center of this lobby, where there's a receptionist.
I guess we approach the receptionist and I say, I'm Sierra, and these are my colleagues for our appointment.
Oh, yes,
Mr. Evergreen?
Mr. Evergreen's just finishing up. If you'll, go to take that hallway to the, on the left, and, go in through the, double glass door. He'll be right with you as soon as he finishes his talk.
Guess we walk down the hall then.
Okay. So, you go through the double glass door into a small auditorium. It looks like it could accommodate about 250 people, and it's about half full. You see Jonas at the Like, he's addressing them from a dais, while images are projected on a giant screen behind him. Obviously, admission is free if you guys decide to take a seat and wait for the talk to end.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in.
Okay. Yeah,
and
nobody
sit
seems
down
to
back.
pay you too much mind. So, there's a bunch of images being projected onto the, onto a giant screen behind him. They look like ancient Arab ruins and artifacts. Do any of you guys have history or archaeology of 75 or higher?
No.
Let me
Nope.
check. I don't think so, but let me look. What were the ones?
History or archaeology?
I have anthropology 60, but
I would allow it
history,
if you
no.
get a hard success on anthropology.
Alright, I'll set it to
Yep, so that'd be a 30 or under.
hard.
Okay. Yeah, you don't recognize anything about those ruins or artifacts. They just, like, you can tell they're, like, ancient Arab, but not, you couldn't tell, like, you know, what subculture or, like, what era. And just as he's, you get there just as he's giving his closing remarks, the image on the screen changes to one of inscribed clay tablets. And he says, "Our ancestors understood Mother Nature far better than we do. We have strayed too far, and now we no longer understand her when she speaks to us. And these days, I'm sure you will agree, nature does not so much speak to us as cry out, pleading for help. Thank you for coming." There's a quiet round of applause, the lights go up, and the audience stands and gets ready to leave. You guys see Jonas walk over to a laptop on a table, take out a flash drive, and put it in his pocket. You notice that his arm and hand move somewhat stiffly.
Do we greet him outside the door? Or do we wait in his
That's up to you.
meeting room? I'm just gonna say I wait for some of the other people to exchange pleasantries with him, and then
Yeah, it looks like nobody
come
else is
up.
nobody else is talking to him. It looks like they were all just like there for the talk, and
Excuse me, Mr. Evergreen.
oh yes, Sierra?
Yep, that's right. I believe
Oh yes.
we've got a meeting.
Yeah, my secretary told me to expect you. Why don't you just let's just take a seat right here. What exactly did you want to discuss? You can tell that Jonas is a young, well-dressed man. He clearly comes from old money. He reaches out to shake your hand.
I'll reach out and shake.
You notice that he moves his arms stiffly, and that his fingers do not close over yours. Oh, I'm sorry. He holds up his hand. I have a mild case of ichthyosis. I can barely bend my forearms or fingers. It's genetic. My whole family has it. It didn't help that my mother had oligohydramnios, low amniotic fluid during her pregnancy either. In that regard, my family has not been fortunate. Luckily, in many other things, we have. He gestures awkwardly with one arm as if beckoning you to take in the luxuriously appointed room.
And no need to apologize to me.
Of course, of course. So, you wanted to discuss the nature of my my activism, is that right?
That's right. I'm actually a political science PhD student right now, and just trying to get my
Oh yeah, this is what.
feel for the different areas of politics to get involved with.
Oh yes, yes. Well, as you might know, based on our social media presence, I'm very much about getting us back in touch with nature and setting things right, the things that we've done so wrong over the past, several hundred years. Uh, we we need to listen to Mother Gaia, Mother Earth, as she's crying out for help to be saved from us. As you can see, habitat loss, pollution, over harvesting, over foresting, all of these things are harming our planet, and we are part of our planet. We are our planet, and if we're not one with nature, nature will become one with itself without us. Now, one of you guys make me a spot hidden.
Say one of you guys do it, since I'm probably the most enthralled in the conversation.
Okay, so you can continue talking.
Trying to think, like...
I could spend the luck to pass this.
Yeah, you could, if you want to. That'd be just 6 luck.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So, you notice a peculiar design on his cufflinks. Given his attention, it's only natural that his hands would attract attention, and that, you guys would notice not only the hands, but also his cufflinks and bracelet. The cufflinks are oval-shaped, set in bright silver. Traced in sky blue on the pearly white surface is a familiar design.
It's the jellyfish, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And then the bracelet that he's wearing is made of gold, and it has his name engraved on it.
Ralph is gonna wait for a break in the conversation and comment on how well dressed he is.
Oh, well, thank you. I tried my best.
Even little details, like a lot of people don't think about cufflinks, but yours look really neat.
Oh yeah, they're really neat. They were a gift from my parents. Pretty odd design, isn't it?
Yeah, it's interesting. It strikes me. The first thing I think about is a jellyfish, but I'm sure that's not it.
Yeah, I don't really know. My parents just gave it to me when I was little. And then I told you guys about the bracelet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, gold engraved with his name.
Yeah, we have basically the matching one from his sister,
Potentially.
but probably not going to say anything about that.
Okay.
Might not be a good idea. Guess I'm just gonna ask him. So, in addition to your environmental politics, I'm also aware that you have a group called Mother Gaia that seems to be involved with, I guess, getting people back to nature and
Yes.
massages, fertility.
Yes, I formed that group to try and help people get back in touch with Mother Nature, because the more in touch with nature you are, the more you care, and the more you will act to preserve and uphold it.
And what kind of services do you want to provide to the people? What how do you get them more in tune with nature?
Well, there's certain types of yoga and like, give me a second. I actually have to look at the bio dances, stuff like that. Just spiritual communion with nature.
And what is this what's the name of what is it, the children of what?
Amalthea.
Yeah.
And you as players might recognize that name.
Yeah. So what is this group of... You seem to kind of have attracted a more hardcore group of followers who call themselves the... I forgot it already again.
Children of
Amalthea.
Yeah.
The Children of Amalthea. Can you say any more about that? What is Amalthea?
I can't really... I couldn't really explain it easily. It's a whole thing. It's not really worth talking about.
I don't know where to go with this interview.
I mean, you could ask about the Backroad Estate.
I don't know what to ask about it, though. I don't want to tip off that we were snooping around, but I guess I could say...
You found the fact that it's owned by him just through a cursory Google search. Like, yeah, if you asked him, like, oh yeah, what about that hidden symbol, the same symbol that's on the bottom of the pool in your abandoned estate, yeah, that would potentially be sus, but...
This could say, at one point you at an estate that you seem to be running this Mother Gaia business from, but now the place is shut down and
Oh, no,
completely condemned. What?
That was never a place of business. That was an old family estate. It did belong to our family, it belongs to my family, but it's been abandoned for years. We've always meant to fix it up and find a use for it, but we just keep putting it off, and the time never never seems to come around for it.
You guys think of any questions to ask him?
You could describe Celeste.
I have a friend that's been kind of interested in your group. Celeste. She's a thin girl, blonde hair. Have you seen her around?
I think I've seen her at some Mother Gaia meeting.
I know she's been really fascinated with your group and some stuff. I meant to ask her, what they do, but
Yeah, she actually was the one who kind of gave me the idea to talk to you, since you seem so open to the public, and
Well, of course.
she was definitely fascinated with your message.
Absolutely. there have been a lot of people who have been interested in our message, which is good because it means that there are a lot of people interested in trying to heal the damage that we've done to the Earth.
She's got a friend too, Benita, who's I think also pretty involved.
Benita.
She's a Hispanic woman.
Yeah, sounds vaguely familiar. I've probably seen her at one of the Mother Gaia meetings.
So if we wanted to learn more, maybe come out to one of your meetings or something and, kind of learn more about your mission and what you, would do with more political support or funding.
Yeah, all of that could be scheduled. Just make an appointment through our website, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. We'll let you know when we have an open seat in one of our.
Would it be possible maybe to get an invite to see your fertility clinic?
He smiles wryly at that. Fertility clinic? What clinic? You note that they did say, like, fertility, like, massages or like, things like that, but...
Excuse me, sorry, I may have used the wrong word there. I'm talking about your, fertility, massages and other
Rituals?
holistic treatments and rituals for that kind of thing.
He kind of smiles wryly and says, "What? You think we dance around naked around bonfires like a bunch of druids? It's something much more discreet and in keeping with modern times. Just ceremony to commune with nature. Something symbolic. But I guess I could...
Those were your words, not mine.
I guess I can, again, just schedule through our website, and the next time we have an opening, you can book a spot.
I was thinking we could either do that or just once we know the address, try to sneak there after hours or something.
Yeah.
I'm saying this telepathically to the other characters and not...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if we schedule, they'll tell us where it is.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So, now, are you guys gonna head out, or?
Yeah, I think we're gonna head out.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we won't keep you any longer. I know you've probably got a lot of other things to attend to around here.
Yes, of course. It was a pleasure meeting all of you, and I hope that you will join us in the future. Have a good rest of your day. At this point, Ciara, your phone gives you a notification. Do you check it?
Yeah, I figure I'll check it because it might be something related to Celeste.
Okay. It's a forwarded email, but the address it was forwarded to you from is hidden. It says, yeah. Dear Mr. Evergreen, in the report we sent you a few days ago, we regret to inform you that we have detected a minor error in one of the translations. Where it reads, one of the 3 large vessels will be chosen, line 8, it should read, the strongest of the 3 vessels will be chosen. We've reviewed other texts and references in our files, and although the original translation was plausible, the dating and context of your text have convinced us that the correct interpretation is the one we provide here. We hope to have a new corrected version of the full text ready within the next few hours. We regret the error and apologize for any inconvenience it may have caused. Your reference number is 3141592. Nicholas Woods, Middle Eastern Languages Department, Linguax Services. And you note that there is, well... What do you guys want to do?
That's an awfully odd coincidence for it to be talking about 3 large vessels. And we found the 3 pairs of shoes.
Yeah, what do you mean, vessels? And they're talking about making...
Do you guys know what... Do you have an idea of what to do?
Wonder if we can contact this guy with this reference number and ask for the rest of the text.
Go ahead and, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Worth a shot.
Okay. So, looking up, if you look up Linguax Services or Nicholas Woods, you don't see anything suspicious. They're specifically a translation business specialized in ancient and lost languages, and they often work with religious texts. After about 30 minutes, one of them, the guy gets to you and he's like, oh yes, this was a translation we provided to... Do you want to find a pretext to ask him to send it to a different email address? Or you could pick up a copy, or you could try and propose picking up a copy in person at the company's headquarters, which are also located in town.
Hold up. Let me... Ooh, okay. So, Jennifer has dealt with this sort of thing before, so she's gonna open up one of her email programs, and... Ooh, someone dropped out.
Oh, let's see.
That was cheese.
Oh, internet again.
Yeah. But, basically, she's going to forward an email with the case number, making it look like it's coming from Jonathan's email address.
Yeah.
Asking for all of the previous documentation.
Okay. So, you get this report. Let me and at the same time you get an email from an anonymous sender a forwarded email. The second email reads, while working on your latest text, we found an almost identical, albeit slightly longer reference in a Tunisian source, written in ancient Arabic. We are attaching it here in case it helps with the interpretation of the full text. Sentences 9 to 11 of your text. Just as the first nourishes the child, infant, newborn, within, inside, the other 2 whole nourish it from without, and the child, infant, newborn, lives in the first vessel. Sentences 9 to 11 of the new source. Just as the first nourishes and protects the child, infant, within, the other 2 nourish it from without, one in body and flesh, the other in spirit and soul. And the child, infant, grows in the first vessel. And then you use your epic hacksaw skills to kind of get the actual text of the report. Do you want me to read it, or...?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, the holistic translation. It seems to be from Nabatean Arabic. The analysis reference used is Nabatean Arabic 1st century AD. and it's got a couple of comparative references used. When the end of time, the cycle draws near, for the Mother Earth nature to be reborn, reappear, for the Mother is necessary for all living things. The Mother that gives difference, variations, change is life. Life is change, evolution, diversity. The three vessels, containers in the fluid of life. The Mother is reborn and is given in, is delivered in, or occupies the fluid of life. The strongest, healthiest of the three vessels will be chosen, just as the first nourishes the child, infant, newborn within. And keep in mind, this is the uncorrected. The other two, whole, nourish it from without. As the child, infant, newborn lives in the first vessel, the vessel nourishes it more and more until the time, or day, or moment dawn, that the child, infant, newborn can live, evolve, nourish itself on its own. And then the first vessel also becomes nourishment for the newborn. The holistic interpretation. Lines 1 to 3. When the time comes, an entity that begets another entity must be reborn. In the Nabatean context, such rebirth always occurs after death, a sort of reincarnation. Without further context, we have not been able to determine what period or cycle is being referred to. It does not seem to have to do with annual cycles or harvests, since, unlike most texts on such subjects, it makes no mention of astronomy. It seems to be a matter of greater importance. Line 3 suggests that it is something that influences all living beings, people, animals, and plants. Then, on page 2, lines 4 to 6. The language used here points to some type of religious procedure, perhaps a prayer or a description of the steps of a particular rite. This, quote, something, unquote, that influences all living things seems to be related to diversity. Some words refer to differences between individuals and others to differences between species. The, quote, fluid of life, unquote, could be blood or amniotic fluid. Lines 7 to 9. This entity, which influences all living things, dies and is reborn through blood or amniotic fluid. This entity must have access to three vessels. Here, again, the use of religious language suggests a description of the steps of a rite. The strongest of the three, which could be the one with the best chance of survival, i.e. the healthiest, receives the reborn entity and nourishes it within itself, as if it were incubating it or caring for it via some sort of Metatherian relationship. Oh, they said the thing. That's why they call it that. Lines 10 to 12. Within the cycle of life, here a very specific word is used, the other two vessels serve to facilitate the transition from birth to youth, i.e. they serve as nourishment for the new entity. Here again, the text refers to the Metatherian relationship with the first vessel, which protects the new entity as it prepares to develop. Mentions of this cycle can be found in later texts dating from the Middle Ages in what has come to be called the 3 Ps. Peperit, birth, poer, youth, and propinquus, closure. We can continue to explore this avenue of inquiry if you would like. Line 13. Once the new entity reaches the youth stage and can exist on its own, the cycle ends and the vessel becomes food. We know that spiders featured prominently in Nabatean culture, and the religious beliefs regarding nature could have been inspired by that animal's life cycle. The offspring of several varieties of spiders are known to devour the mother when they hatch. This last line seems to refer to something like that.
Well, this is kind of weird.
Deep in the shit now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean,
Seems to line up with some of the weird stuff we saw. I mean, it's talking about 3 and the fluid of life and some kind of like rebirth.
Ralph, you get a phone call.
Hello?
Yes, this is Dr. Hench. I have news regarding your friend.
Oh, hey, Doc. What's up?
Your friend apparently escaped from the hospital. We've reviewed the security footage, and she left alone, walking out on her own 2 feet, though she seemed to be suffering sharp abdominal pains that forced her to stop and double down over from time to time. She donned a stolen orderly's uniform over her pajamas and walked out the front door. This was all about 2.5 hours ago.
Great. Which way did she head out?
She headed out the front door. We don't have any footage going further than that, unfortunately. If you know any place that she might go, you might be able to find her and... Because she...
Well, she's on foot, so she can't be getting that far. Alright, well, thanks for the info.
And I think that is a perfect point to end it for tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say my internet might not last much longer anyway.
Yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that one.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty intense start. We're actually...
Really good in-depth investigation without a lot of, like, rolling and...
Yeah, this chapter is going to be short. I can almost guarantee that we'll finish it next session.
Yeah, I still feel like I need to get into character a little bit more, but...
Yeah, so... Yeah, I think that was fun. That was a nice start. And that's just, like, one of the things. Like, the first session as a new character, like... It's always going to be a little bit, you know, going to take a little bit of trial and error, but, yeah, so.
Yeah, I wonder...
It is interesting because, like, these are kind of characters that we're not doing long term, so there's a different relationship to them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you definitely don't feel as attached.
No. But it's still fun to play them.
Oh, yeah, because it's, I mean, like, you've...
It's kind of like you have more risk-taking. Like, I'm not worried about something happening to this character because I know something's going to happen to this character.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, making dumb decisions.
Yeah.
That is definitely going to be a fun time.
Yeah, because it's horror. I mean, part of the thing is, like, something that someone taught me is characters shouldn't be genre aware. Like, when you think about it, like, your character is not aware that they're in a Cthulhu-esque Lovecraftian horror. So they're not gonna have that, like, idea of, like, oh, we shouldn't read this weird text.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that you get from, you know, like, oh, I've read so much, like, or I've watched so many Call of Cthulhu things that I know, like, so it's like, I mean, that's that's like the only way that horror games can ever work, is that everybody like, you have to have your characters be non-genre savvy, because otherwise, like, the entire premise will fall apart because the entire plot hook won't work. Like,
yeah, like this text is like, alright, I'm like, alright, who's eating who? But the character can't jump to that conclusion.
yeah, because, like, like, for example, if I say, like, oh yeah, there's, horrible sounds coming from the woods, and you guys just go, oh yeah, we're leaving. That's the end of the scenario right there. Like,
yeah, it's just like, nope.
Well,
Yeah, if your characters nope out, then nothing happens.
yeah.
We're gonna roleplay, oh, let's go to Pizza Hut instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the horrible, scary noises follow you to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, exactly.
Then there's horrible, scary noises coming from the bathroom later.
Hey.
Nice.
That's just
Hey,
normal.
your friend's in the hospital. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I'm at work and I barely make enough as it is to pay my rent, so I can't really come out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just stuff like that. Like, and I'm glad that we all have that understanding, like, that kind of pact between GM and player of, there's nothing I hate more than, like, players who are like, oh, well, this didn't grit me enough, so I'm not going to engage with it. I need you as GM to work harder. Like, the GM is doing so much work already, and I get it if, like, you know, maybe you're not captured by the premise of a particular campaign. That's totally fine. But, like, to then to, like, engage in it knowing that, and then expect to, like, have the GM put, so much extra work just for your character is, like, super entitled and stuff. So, like, I'm glad that we have a group that kind of understands that that basic pact that all RPGs are kind of founded upon.
Oh, Alien's good for that, though. It's just like, oh no, another xenomorph. What?
Yeah.
What is this horrible creature I've never seen before?
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's why I wanted to. Well, one of many reasons why I figured taking a break from that, because it's like, it's the same. There's only so many ways you can tell the same story. And
What's this weird black stuff?
yeah, exactly. Like, it's just. Don't get me wrong, I love that RPG, but it's one of those things of like, you can become too familiar with it.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu just has so many more. Like, it's a much broader mythos, so there's a lot more to kind of draw upon. Like, it's not the same exact horror every single time. So, yeah. I'm glad that everybody had fun, and we'll definitely be finishing this this chapter up by or next session. Yeah.
I don't believe Robo will be here next time.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
sent
hope,
him a message. He never
Yeah.
got back to me. So
yeah, hopefully he's
Yeah, he never
alright.
get on
Yeah.
hard.
But
I don't know what happened, but
yeah. Well, I'm gonna stop the
Get him
stream
next
here.